What's good, YouTube? It's your boy DJ Stacks, aka Sir Stacks a lot, and I'm back here with another episode of Tekken Tips, man. This one's for my boy Bryan. This is Bryan's neutral and pressure breakdown. You feel what I'm saying? I'm finna show y'all boys his best tools, you know, his best pokes, how to use them, how to not use them, what works best and what doesn't. I got y'all boys, man, so let's get straight into it. Bryan has two different play styles. You can play the long range game with him, play keep out, you know, play straight defense, mix it with your movement, good punishment, whiff punishment, etc. Or where Bryan thrives is his pressure game, you know, where you're just in someone's face, just doing things, you know, mixing them up with lows, mixing them up with delayable strings, hit confirmable shit, counter hit strings, etc, etc. But I'll talk about the long range game in a second. I'm gonna talk about the up close and personal shit, so let's get into it, man. He got a lot of good pokes. 1-2-1 is a jab string that's safe on block and is delayable. Why is it delayable? Like I said, delayable strings are for a reason. Full combos. You know what I'm saying? If it's on counter hit, if the first hit is counter hit, it's guaranteed. Hit confirm. It's fast as hell. It's a jab. 1-2-3 is a low ender and it is a mix-up. Because if they crouch, you can just do the jab. And vice versa. On counter hit, the third hit gives you a guaranteed Oki setup. 1-2-4 is also guaranteed on counter hit. And it's a full wall splat heat engager, so at the wall this is dangerous. You're basically dead. Third hit is a high, so keep that in mind, but then again, no one's really gonna block low because of this. This is the point of this. Shuts them down. Back one is one of my favorite moves. Look at that stun. +4 on block, on hit, it puts them in crouching state, puts you at +7, and on counter hit it basically kills them. You know what I'm saying? A juicy combo. It's pretty stuffable though. As you can see, you know, it's kind of slow, but look, I mean, look what it does, bro. It's good, you know. They can't really interrupt you after that. They can't really interrupt you. So, use that. Down 1+2 into 2 is a mid launcher that is completely +7 on block. Like, it's crazy. That move is best used when your opponent is trapped against the wall. Back 3. I like to use this because it has a lot of range. And guess what? If it's on counter hit, you can guarantee the 1+2 follow-up. And of course, it's delayable. Why? Because that puts them in an Oki situation. Knocks them right the fuck down. And you can go into sway, of course. You could just stand there, but it also goes into sway. Feel me? Down 1+2 is a weird ass attack. I like to do this. Back 3 into this. Into this, because this is actually a high crushing move. As you can see, he kind of crouches, so if they jab, it's gonna whiff and this is gonna hit them. It's such a weird attack. People see this, they're gonna block because they don't know what the hell Bryan's doing. You can shift into a throw. Of course, you can shift into a crouching throw. You can just stand there for 2 seconds and then grab them. Like, you have all leniency in the world to do whatever. He has 4-3. 4-3 is a quick ass knee that completely resets the neutral at 0 frames. It's fast as hell. And on counter hit, you get a full combo. Down back 1+2 is a safe on block heat engager. Yes, it's safe on block, -9, and it's a mid-mid, so it's fast as hell, and if they crouch, it's gonna hit. It doesn't do much damage, but I could care less. It's a heat engager, and it's safe. Bryan has a down forward one like most characters, but his is unique because you can do his consistently up to 4 times. And anyone that hits is hit confirmable, but after the second hit, it's -10. So keep that in mind. You can't get punished, but it's a mind game because you can delay this as much as you feel like. You can go like boom, 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 or you can go boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? And then the final hit can be this. Just by pressing 2, you get a +1. And you can do that after the first hit. You can do it after the second. You can do it after the third. You know what I'm saying? So just think, imagine the mind game. You can go once like this, boom, and then hey, 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 hey. You know, they might not expect you to let this rip, and that on counter hit is a full wall splat. It knocks them down. So at the wall, you know what I'm saying, you get a full combo, they're gonna die. Sway attacks, you know, we got Quarter circle forward 2-2. This is a hit confirmable mid-mid that is only -7 on block. This connects, the second hit is guaranteed, it knocks them down into Oki. Quarter circle forward 1 is a mid launcher that is punishable, but it's so fast. If they crouch, they're done. Quarter circle forward 3 is a knee attack that is only a 12 frame startup. It's so fast, you can do this even while rising. Catch someone like this with a counter hit, they're done, bro. Because on counter hit, full combo. And it also has a follow-up if they decide to press after the first hit for the punish, because this is punishable at -10. But if they try to punish you, go for this. And that on counter hit knocks them down for an Oki situation. He has a lot of elbow attacks for the sole purpose of countering punch parries, because you can't parry elbows. Down 2 is a safe on block mid elbow that's fast as hell, and on hit it puts your opponent in crouching state. You see that? It has a follow-up that's very delayable. And you guessed it, on counter hit, it kills. You get a full combo. If the first hit is counter hit, then the second hit is guaranteed. Down forward 2 is another fast-ass mid-elbow that of course cannot be parried. It is steppable, but it's so fast. This has 2 follow-ups, down forward 2-1. The second hit is a high, but you can shift into backsway. You know, you can cancel out of this, whatever. And down forward 2-3 is a mid-mid. It's unsafe though, punishable. It's basically 3+4 with no pushback. But if the first hit is counter hit, it's guaranteed. And if the second hit is counter hit, you get a full combo. And that's why it has a delay. It's pretty strict on the timing. It takes some skill to time the delay right. See, I'm missing it, but you see it. Quarter circle back 2 is another elbow. It has good range, very good range, and it's hit confirmable. Even on normal hit, you get a guaranteed quarter circle back 4 into Oki. A lot of range, bro. The second hit is crouchable though, so keep that in mind. Don't just throw it out there to risk. Low attacks. Bryan has some of the best lows, I think. I would say so. Quarter circle back 3, the iconic hatchet kick that, you know, shit, Dragunov copied his whole flow. It kind of tracks. It does a lot of damage. You hear that fucking nuclear explosion on this nigga's leg, bro? That shit hurt, gang. That shit hurt. And on counter hit, guaranteed. And look at the plus frames. +5, do an elbow. +5, do a knee. If they press, they're done. Down 4 is a very quick, long range low. It's a good poke, bro. A very underrated move. Just because of what it does. It resets the neutral, it pushes you back a little bit, and it's unseeable. It's so fast. Down back 3 is another low that is only 1 frame slower than a down 4, but this one puts you in a crouching state. So it crushes under high attacks, it crushes under throws, and since you're in crouching state, that means you can do a crouching move, you know? You can go into a crouching throw or something. You can go into a wild rising 4 or wild rising 3. Back down forward 4 is a low that hits so hard that it shifts realities. Did you hear that? That shit sounds like a bazooka. But if you don't want to do the low since it's so slow, you can cancel it just by holding back. So, you know, you can go taunt. His mix-up game is devious. Now, of course, you would need tracking moves to shut down the offense, right? So, of course, Bryan has those. 1+2 is a quick low that's only -7, and it has 2 follow-ups. This is a high, but it's guaranteed, and it puts you into backsway, right? 1+2 into 2 is a gut punch that gives you a guaranteed heat burst. Sometimes it's kind of weird. It is a hit on an angle. There you go. Full combo. Guaranteed, by the way, so if it connects, that's gonna hit. Forward 4 is another tracking move that it's so weird. It's one of my favorite moves with him because look at the hitbox. It goes from low to mid to high to low to mid. It can hit on some weird angles, bro. Like, you just throw it out there, just do it real quick, do a jab, boom, catch someone slipping, they'll go flying. You'll end up behind them like this. And if it hits, you get a guaranteed quarter circle back 4. into Oki. The moves that I just showed you guys are best for the up close and personal game that I was just talking about, when you completely shut down your opponent's offense and stay in their face the whole time. Now I'm gonna show you all about the long range game, because that's a whole different playstyle. Like I said, this is defensive. But you can even mix some of these moves with the up close and personal game. If anything, you can mix both of the playstyles together and completely destroy your opponent's mind. Like he won't know what the hell's going on, because one minute you're playing aggressive and then the next you're chilling and you're playing straight defense. They won't know what to do. So keep that in mind. This is a long range move right here. Quarter circle back 1 is a nice long range attack. It's a high, but you can use this with the aggressive game because it's +5 on block. But it has a lot of range, and on hit you get a guaranteed follow-up. That gives Oki. This gives damage. This also gives Oki. Quarter circle forward 1+2 is one of my favorite moves with him. It's a heat engager. It's also an elbow. If this hits, they're done. It's, you know, a heat engager. You guys know the drill with that. It's very fast, bro. It's only 15 frames and the range is crazy. Let me go all the way back here. You see how much distance I just covered? And you can, you know, slow it down if you want. You can go slower. You can just let it rip. Catch your opponent slipping if they run into you. The mop punch is another long range attack that is very fast. Also, it's a high, but it's real quick. Use this. This is best used for whiff punishment. Feel me? Catch someone with a sidestep, good movement, backdashing. If they whiff, forward 2. That's a heat engager. Forward 4-1 is a great whiff punish tool. It's very unsafe. Kazuya could punish that with a twin pistons, but it's best used for whiff punishment. You get a full combo. You get the classic bound animation from Tekken 6. 3+4 is a safe on block mid kick that is kind of slow, but look at the pushback. It's -13, but he can't touch you from back there, right? This lets you control the floor, control the space. Use your movement. If you want to rush in because they can't hit you. But if they try to rush in, stay back, whiff punish them with a forward 4-1 or something. Punish them with, you know what I'm saying, a forward 4-2 or an orbital. Or just control the spacing in general. You feel what I'm saying? That's the point of this move. Control the space. Play the defense game. You have all control of the offense in every way possible. If you can stay in their face, you can shut them down from stepping. And you can control the distance as well with this. And on counter hit, it launches. And it does dumb damage. Let me talk about the orbital. Safe on block at -5. It's a low crushing move. It's very evasive. If you want the evasive version, press up 4. It's so weird. People run up to you, they could do a jab and it might whiff depending on the angle, and you'll clip them with this and get a full combo. To advance forward, just press up forward 4. That's basically all you need for the long range game with Bryan. Just a few moves. You use these all together, mix that with the up close aggressive game, and you got it, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna show y'all boys how to set up your mid-screen Oki with combos, because Bryan has a pretty good Oki game, you know, with his down 4 and his quarter circle back 4, etc. So look, you can go basic combo. This right here is Oki. You saw that? Set them up because they float. You can go like, just like that. Just like that. That's Oki. Bryan doesn't have a full throw game, because honestly, if he had it, he would be too OP. With all the other things that he already has in his neutral, that would be too much. So he just has a basic throw game. 1+2 throws and 1+2 breaks and 1 or 2 breaks. You know what I'm saying? Either one. You know, you mix it up with his strings. 9 times out of 10, the throws are going to be on counter hit. So just mix it well into your playstyle. And all of his throws set you up for Oki, because look at that. You saw how he's on his back facing me? Same with this. He's on his stomach facing me. Or this, he's on his back facing me. All of his throws give you an Oki situation. Imagine if he had 2 and 1 breaks. Now, that was everything about Bryan in his base form. I didn't even talk about his snake eyes. I didn't talk about his heat, nothing. So I'm gonna get into his snake eyes first. Snake eyes is that little perk that you get after certain moves, like after you do this. That's why it's best. You know, you can get your snake eyes after any combo with this right here. Just like that, you have it. Now, when you're in snake eyes, you get access to other moves. Your mop punch gets a huge improvement. Because now it's +5 on block with crazy pushback, and it has like a gazillion thousand active frames. So if your opponent presses damn near anything except for the crouch button, this is gonna punch the shit out of them. That's an anime punch, gang. You saw how he spiraled through the air? That's an anime, that's a Dragon Ball Z punch, gang. Niggas go flying. Two, 1, 2, 3, 1 + 2. This actually got buffed in the recent update. Now the third hit is -2 and the fourth hit is -3. So you can use these a lot when you're in heat. Just makes your opponent up there safe. You don't get punishment, so you can like delay the string. Let it rip this time. You can, that's a mix up in itself. 3 + 4 gets a huge buff, and I'll talk more about this move when I get to the wall section because this shit is OP. The infamous tech. You see what it does. Guaranteed heat engager. The thing about Snake Eyes is the fact that you can get it in combos is crazy because all of his combos bring you to the wall. And there you have it. You can either go for the damage like so, or you can go for the pressure with the 3 + 4 follow-up. Either or. Bryan with Snake Eyes and heat is a whole different type of animal. Because now that you're in heat, you basically have Snake Eyes for the rest of the round. Because look at this. I did 3 mock punches while I had heat, and I still have my Snake Eyes. That's how broken he is in heat. So just think about what you can do with all of his heat moves, with all of his Snake Eyes moves, combined with the heat pressure with all this shit. So if you get somebody with any combo, anything, go straight into heat, they're basically dead. Because now you have all the mix-ups in the world. I just use my Snake Eyes for the damage, and I still have it for the mix-up. And I still have it after my heat expired. That's so unfair. That's bullshit. Like, this nigga's broken, gang. So with that being said, let's get into the wall pressure. Because his wall game, Bryan at the wall has to be the scariest character in this game, bro. I would say, bro, him and Paul have it, because Paul is scary as fuck at the wall. If you crouch, you're dead. If you don't crouch, you're dead. Bryan, if you stand still, you're dead. If you crouch, you're dead. Like, I don't know who's worse at the wall, but Bryan is a fucking animal when he's at the wall, because back 4 is crazy. It's 16 frames, and it's safe on block because of the pushback. And it gives you a guaranteed jet upper into, like I said, death, because now I'm in heat and now I have Snake Eyes for the rest of the round. 4-4-3 is ridiculous at the wall because you can either just let it rip like so and it's chargeable. I like to use this in Oki situations or when I just have my opponent stressed out shivering against the wall. He has no choice but to block this because he's scared. And when you block this, look at that, bro. Pushback on the wall, +14. They have to guess the mix-up after that. That's why I like to do it, because when I do it, I get another mix-up. I get a whole other mix-up just like this. Basically, everything that you could do on the mid-screen is on crack when you're against the wall, because there's nowhere for them to go. They can't really step anything because they're right against the wall. You know, this will put them in crouching state. This has insane pushback. 3 + 4 is still 3 + 4. The pushback is still there. The pushback is still there. Look at that. You can control the space even at the wall. If you want to back up and hit them with the long range game just the same and wall splat their ass, you know? Or you can stay up close and personal, which most likely you will because you're at the wall. At the wall, he's a dog. Bryan with heat plus Snake Eyes at the wall is basically unbeatable. Because, I mean, you only need one move to win, and it's this. I was talking about this earlier. It's a hit confirmable string. If the kick connects, then the punch is guaranteed. And it wall splats from a pretty long range. They can't step, they can't crouch, they cannot interrupt you. If they press anything, it's gonna hit. And if they just block, if they decide to just block, you get a guaranteed unblockable wall splat. Are you kidding me? And remember, you can still do the regular 3+4 game and keep them, play the keep out. And then just let it rip. That's a mix up. And it's another mix. It's like this isn't even a 50-50. This is like a 25-10. Because you can let it rip. You know, you can charge it up. Or you can just do a standard 3+4. That shit is crazy. Not to mention his heat pressure with all this. So remember, y'all, keep in mind that when you get any combo and you get your opponent to the wall and you go into heat, you basically have snake eyes for the whole round, because after your heat is over, you still have snake eyes. I'm gonna show you guys how to set up your Oki at the wall. If you do a one-hit bound, just do this. Get a nice Oki setup right there. That's really it though. He doesn't have much. He's not Kazi or anything like that, right? Now I had to save the best part of Bryan's move list for last. And it's of course his taunt, bro. I mean, this move is unique. This is one of the most unique moves in any fighting game I've ever played. It's unblockable, but it does no damage. Why it does no damage? Because you can cancel it into any move. You can cancel it into anything. You can go into a throw. You can just move around. You can cancel it and repeat the process as much as you want. You can go into a low. You know what I'm saying? You can hit confirm a lot of things from this. You can hit confirm this. It's guaranteed. 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 That's crazy. Guaranteed. Now, you can't just walk up to your opponent slowly and just get a taunt, right? You have to do it in a way where they would never expect. And I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. So boom, hit him with a combo and just do this. Just like that. That's how you set up your taunts. Or you can go like this. It's a little harder, but you can still do it. This is even better. You saw how long he took? That was perfect. As soon as he stood up, my knee connected to his fucking chest and he died just like that. Because if you have enough execution, you go into a back four, you get a full combo. You could potentially get your snake eyes back once again, just like that. If you don't, assuming you don't have heat. You can do this as well. You know what I'm saying? Watch this. If they tech roll, they're fucked. They're gonna tech roll right into the taunt, bro. You know what I'm saying? You have to time it though. You have to know what your opponent's gonna do, because they could either just stand straight up or they can do a tech roll. It all depends. Or really they can just stay on the ground if they know you're gonna taunt. But that's where the mix-up comes in, because if you know they're gonna stay on the ground, right? Go for the setup. Oops. Dropped it. If you go for the setup and you know they're gonna stay on the ground, just hit them with a low poke, or do this, flip them back the fuck over, make them get up. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty simple. Mind you, that's just the taunt. Mix that with everything else. Mix it with the basic pressure that we spoke about earlier. Mix that with the long range keep out game. Mix that with the heat plus snake eyes. You have, man, I don't know how he's not S tier. I guess people say Bryan's not S tier because of the execution it takes to play him. And I understand that. And honestly, if Bryan was easier to play, he would be double S tier. Because the nigga is broken. Everything I just talked to you about is a formula for straight wins. You can literally speed run rounds just by getting your opponent to the wall. And that's basically Bryan for y'all. I basically, you know, put y'all boys on to everything. That's everything you need to know about Bryan's pressure, Bryan's mix-ups, and how to play Bryan to the best level. You know, just take these things and use them to your own play style. Add these things to how you play. Because remember, no two people play the same, so just do your own thing. Take the information and apply it to your play style, and I guarantee you will go crazy. You feel me? You will go crazy. You will go crazy. on this game. Bryan is a crazy cyborg, so it makes sense. So with that being said, man, hey, let me know down below if there's any other character that you guys would like to see any tutorials or breakdowns on, because I can get into it. I can get into any character. I don't care who it is. It could be Azucena, bro. I could care less. If y'all boys need help, I got y'all. So just let me know down below. If this helped you out, let me know. I'm gonna see y'all boys on the next video.